Hey folks, Rob with Two Guys in a Ride. Today we're at the Burnsville Center, and this is back to the 80s, and I've got a fantastic truck, fantastic story, and a cool guy that's going to tell you a little bit about it. And if you will, why don't you introduce yourself and introduce your truck and tell us about your truck.
I'm Joe Efforts from Henderson, Minnesota. This is our 1983 Chevy C20. We got this truck from Unique Classics in Mankato. We had consigned a vehicle there earlier this spring, and we're lucky enough to find this one.
I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, but so what brought you to this truck? Why this truck? Why did you want, I mean, it's beautiful. I love the red and white on it. It's clean, but what brought you to want this vehicle?
Well, when I was growing up, I was born in '83, so it's kind of neat that it was in '83.
Okay.
And my dad works for a cooperative in Belle Plaine. He's been there for 40 plus years, and he always pulled equipment and anhydrous tanks and applicating equipment with it.
Okay.
And I always wanted something like this when I got older, and we were lucky and found it.
Okay. Now you were telling me this is an original truck. Come on, really? It's too clean for that. I'm blown away.
That's the story we got from Jeremy at Unique. A couple in Wyndham bought it new and had a camper dealership, and they just used it to move campers around their dealership, and then it was parked in the winter. So
now I want to show this chrome bumper because
sure.
you guarantee me this hasn't been replated.
Well, if you look at the backside, you can see there's some pitting and rusting starting on the inside, but definitely not on the outside.
Wow. And you know, I'm going to show something here, because you know, your wife was apologetic about this earlier, but you know, that shows the authenticity right here, folks. So it hasn't been refreshened. It is what it was as it was born, and it's phenomenal. Now, but this is the is it a four-wheel drive?
Nope,
it's two-wheel drive.
Two-wheel drive, 3/4 ton.
Okay, and what is the engine?
It's a 5.7 liter 350.
Okay.
Three-speed transmission.
3-speed automatic.
Automatic.
Okay, and you were telling me the interior, and we've got pictures of that, but the interior is all original. Everything on the vehicle is all original.
The only thing that isn't original on the interior is the floor mat. We just got that. But otherwise than that, everything else is 100% original. Wow.
Okay, so now what do you do with this truck? What is it that, what do you like to do with it?
Well, I like to drive it.
Okay,
and
all right.
It's hard to do with 54,000 original miles, but we drive it.
Okay.
And this is our second show.
Okay.
We went to the LGM car show at the State Fairgrounds.
Right.
And then this is our second show.
Okay, and you also do the Henderson Cruise-In for all you folks that are that know about that in Henderson, Minnesota. It's a fantastic show. It's growing every year. Beautiful location, and so if you're out at the car shows or you want to drive down to Henderson and take a look at that one, you can see this vehicle in person, and it's just unbelievable. Now, obviously, these are newer tires.
They are newer tires. They were replaced before we purchased the truck.
Okay.
But they're period correct tires for this pickup.
Okay. Now, are they radials? They would have been radials
yes,
at that time. It was. They were done with all the bias ply stuff at that time.
Yep.
Okay. So you said they used this to kind of pull things around in the yard and trailers and whatnot. But in looking out back, I find that hard to believe, because unless it was someone that was wearing kit gloves all the time, because folks, that's the original paint on the bumper, and you can actually see on the patina here It's actually the original paint's coming through a little bit, the original body, but on the bright work on the back. Not a dent, not a blemish, nothing. I can't believe all those years of use, someone really absolutely babied this vehicle, and it's, what a find.
Yeah, we took the fifth wheel out of the back, and I imagine that this tailgate spent a lot of time maybe off in the garage or something,
But even the bed, I mean, you buy a new truck and you would have that scuffed up worse than this in 6 months to a year.
Oh, yeah, I know I would.
And even so, I mean, you can tell it didn't even haul mulch or brush, because you would have all the stick and brush marks along the side here if they had even like cleaned the lot and threw in tree limbs and whatnot.
Yeah, there isn't much for rock chips behind the behind the rear tires and the front tires.
So not a lot of highway miles. All of the trim, the body work is just fantastic. Original hubcaps, original exhaust system and stuff.
Nope. We had new exhaust put on last week by Skip Foline in Belle Plaine, Minnesota.
Okay. I want to get a shot of this interior because it's just remarkable. And you've not done anything in here. Okay. You've not done anything in here though, have you?
No.
Except, like you said, the floor mat?
The floor mat, yep. And the only sun fade and wear is right here on the driver's door, probably from the guy hanging his arm out the window.
Well, you have to. It's a pickup truck. Come on.
And you're backing up a trailer, but the other door is perfect.
But now you said you've got air conditioning in this.
Yes. Today we drove here with the windows up, AC on, 65 miles an hour.
Just cruising and loving life.
Absolutely.
You can't beat that. Now, does your wife drive it?
She hasn't yet, but she will.
Okay. All right. Wow. This is fantastic. So what is your favorite thing? If you had to pick out one thing about this vehicle that was your absolute favorite, what would it be?
It's going to be pretty hard.
All right, give me two.
I think the interior and the way the body styling, you know, they had this styling for so many years.
Right.
And I wish they would go back to something.
Now they called these the square body, is that correct?
Yes.
And it's pretty easy to see because you've got this huge square front end, block shaped and everything. And I know when with the engine sitting in there, can you pop the hood for us?
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at that, because what you can't see on modern cars, you can't see the ground. And you've got all these plastic beauty covers and everything else like this. So folks, he showed me this a little bit earlier, and I want you to take a look at it because it's fantastic. It is as original as it can be, and yep, you can see the ground down there. And it's kind of cool because you can actually climb up into the engine compartment and do the work you need to do.
Well, yeah, I think my wife Sarah probably could.
Okay. And you were telling me it's actually got some of the original smog pumps and air pumps and things on it for the emissions. So it is that original. It's absolutely phenomenal. So Joe, thank you so much. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for sharing your truck with us. I love it. I want to get a good shot of the side here. And you know what? It's absolutely beautiful, folks. Out here at the Back to the 80s car show. Joe, you got a beautiful truck. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks for sharing it with us.
Absolutely.